Chapter 6, Section 5, Percent Applications involving sales tax, commission, discount, and markup. We'll start by recalling the percent equations that we learned in the last section. Percent equations. And we saw that percent equations were something along the lines of P percent of some number is some amount. And we can rewrite most of the percent equation word problems in exactly this form. And so then we learn to call this base and this amount, where the base is the whole, whatever you start with, the whole amount, and then the amount is the part. We saw that P percent of base is amount could be rewritten mathematically as P percent multiply by the base equals the amount. Now that isn't very convenient for us to write it out in English words, but we can see that we know our symbols here. We're going to put this as the multiplication as a dot there. So P percent multiplied by base equals the amount. We also know that P percent, this percent symbol here, is the same as divided by 100. So we can write P percent as P over 100 multiplied by base equal to amount. And clearly any equation, what's on one side of the equal sign is equal to what's on the other side of the equation, and we can flip this and write it as amount equals P, the percent rate, multiplied by the base, whatever that base is. And again, another way to write that would be amount equal to P over 100 equals the base. All right, so let's use this format to find different applications. For instance, the amount of sales tax. To find sales tax, we use the formula amount of sales tax equal to the tax rate multiplied by the cost of the merchandise. We can see the cost of the merchandise, that is the base, that the tax rate here is our percent rate, and that would equal our amount. Same exact format, just an application. So to find the amount of sales tax, we take the tax rate and we multiply it by the cost of the merchandise. Another example of these kinds of applications are commissions. What commissions are some people make a certain amount of money based on a sale or a price of a sale. So to find commission, instead of being paid hourly or salaried for a certain amount of time you work, instead you make a certain percentage of what you sell. That's what a commission is. So to find a commission, we find the amount of commission equal to the commission rate multiplied by the total sales. And we can see this is, again, just another way of looking at the formula we already know. Amount equals the percent rate multiplied by the base, which is the total amount of the sale. Okay, so that's just another application of our same exact equation. And we'll look at some examples of each one of these in just a minute. To find a discount and a sale price, use the formulas. Okay, so the amount of a discount. Now this is if, for instance, something goes on sale, we get a discounted rate. So the amount of discount equals the discount rate multiplied by the original price. So this equation we can see is amount equal the discount rate, or the percent rate, multiplied by the base. This is the same exact setup as our percent equations. Now to find the sale price, we know that what we're finding here, the amount, this is the discount amount. This is the amount off of the original price. So we find the sale price equal to the original price, whatever the cost originally started at, minus the amount of the discount. And that will give us the actual price we will pay for the discounted amount. Similarly, we can find a markup. To find a markup and the retail price, we use the formulas amount of markup equals the markup rate multiplied by the original price. So amount of markup, this would be again our amount, and it would equal the percent rate multiplied by the original price, which is again our base. So this is again a very similar setup. Then to find the retail price, we'll start with the original price, whatever the store paid for the product, and we'll add to that the amount of the markup, and that gives us the retail price, or the price that the person purchasing it, us, would have to pay for something. So retail price is what it costs the consumer. You are the consumer when you go to the store. That's what the retail price. Wholesale price is the price the store pays. And the difference between those is the markup, or the amount that the store makes from selling you that product. So that's what a retail price is. All right, so let's look at some examples. An LCD TV costs $1,589. Find the sales tax if the tax rate is 7%. Well, I'm going to write our formula down. We know that the amount of sales tax equals the tax rate, or the percent rate, multiplied by the cost of the merchandise, or the base. So our amount, that's what we're looking for, the sales tax, that's amount. So the thing we don't know here is sales tax. I'm going to call that X because it's the thing I don't know. The tax rate is 7%. And the base, that's the original cost of the TV, or the amount that we are selling, that the TV is being sold for. That's what the base is. All right, so then we take X. We have to, the next step is always to convert this to a decimal or a fraction. We can say 7/100ths multiplied by 1589. This is the same as 0.07 multiplied by 1589, or $1,589. And so that gives us, you can use our calculator, or we can use multiplication of decimals, and we find out that the sales tax is $111.23. So if I need to know how much money I need to take to the store to buy this TV, I will have to add $1,589 to $111.23. When we add decimals, we line our decimal point up, and we add down 23 cents, and then we add here 10, carry the 1, this is 10, 7. So I better have $1,700.23 when I go to the store to buy the TV. So this is the total amount I will pay. this is the tax amount. All right, let's look at another one. A house sold for $120,000. The real estate agent earned $6,000. What is the commission rate? So we're looking for the rate of commission. That means how much did the real estate agent earn for, or the rate at which the real estate agent earned. We know they earned $6,000. But again, we can write our equation. We know that the amount equals the rate, or the percent, multiplied by the base. Okay, so in a commission equation, amount is the amount the person earned, the rate is the percent that we're looking for, and the base is the original cost, or the total sale price. So again, amount here in our equation, in this particular question, is $6,000, and the rate, that's the thing we don't know. So X percent, we don't know what that is, so we'll just put it with our variable X, saying we don't know that, so let's figure it out. And base, that would be the original, or the total sale price of the house. All right, so $120,000 goes there. All right, now we always want to get our variable to be all by itself on one side. So first of all, I guess I can rewrite this as 6,000 equals 120,000 multiplied by X percent. We generally put our unknown second in our equation. Now we want to separate the coefficient from the variable. To do that, we divide both sides by $120,000, and we can see this all goes to 1. So on this side, I just have X percent, and on this side, well, I can use my calculator too, but I can see that I have 1,000 in the numerator and 1,000 in the denominator. That's common to both. I have 6 actually, so this would be 1 over, in down here, we have 6 goes into 120 20 times. So we know that this is 1 over 20. And one way to get to our percent is to find a common a factor of 100 in the denominator. So we could multiply this by 5 over 5, giving us 5 in our numerator, 100 in our denominator equals X percent. And we can replace the percent symbol there, because we really want this in a percent, right? We could replace that per 100. And so then we can see, since we have the same common denominator on both sides, then that we know that 5 would equal X. And the answer here is 5%. We could have just all the way back up here when we had, we knew that X percent equals 6,000 divided by 120,000. We could have opened up our calculator and looked at our calculator and divided 6,000 divided by 120,000, make sure you have 4 zeros, equals, so X percent equals 0.05. We know that that is the decimal. We multiply the 5 hundredths by 100 to get the X percent is 5%. We change the decimal to a percent.